everybody. Welcome to the roundtable here on HamiltonRadio.net, channel HR2. I am your host, John Brecco. Thank you, as always, to Gino doing the boards over there. Gino, how you feeling today, my man?
Doing good, buddy.
You
doing
really
good? Yeah, I'm doing good.
All right, man. That's good to hear. All right. Anyways, the guest we have got to my... I think it's left. They got a new setup in here. It's kind of throwing me off. Way to warn me, guys. Look at you, you motherfucker. Alright, but anyways, my guest here tonight is Jonathan Davis. How you doing, my man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. So, how we got in contact, I want to go through that first, is through Jerry Petito. She introduced me to you through Facebook. We set this up, and that's kind of how that happened. So, why don't you tell me first how you met Jerry?
I actually met Jerry on Facebook myself. A few different artists that she's had on her show that she interviewed happened to, reach out to me, tag me in her actual, live show, and then, sent me a link to be able to actually connect with her.
Okay.
And then I spoke with her and kind of gave her, a briefing of who I was and, what I was interested in doing and what I had going on, and we just took it from there.
All right, that makes sense. That sounds like something that would happen with Jerry. She steals everybody's guests, and Jerry networks like crazy. So that sounds about right. But anyways, what do you do, man? Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm actually a hip hop artist. Stage name Doe Easy. I write a little bit of everything. My music is kind of more of like a older, hip hop feel. Yeah. More like a late '90s feel, early 2000s. But gotcha. I tend to touch on a little bit of the trends that's going on now. Okay. But more into lyrical content and actually having a skill set, which a lot of artists nowadays don't particularly focus on. Yeah. No. At least in my opinion, they don't, and I feel others feel the same. I also do a little ghostwriting for other artists. And I do some marketing and promoting too.
Gotcha. All right. No, that's awesome, man. And honestly, I agree with you about, the hip-hop scene where a lot of people don't focus on their lyrics like they used to. When you look at some of, like, the old-timers, you look at Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, Eminem, you look at all the lyrics in their songs. They focused a lot more on the lyrics, and the lyrics had meaning, when you looked at it. And every song, like, was about something. You look at something today, it's not really, focused on a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, tell me how you got started in hip hop and everything. Tell me like where it started for you.
Well, for me, at first it was more of just like a fun thing. I had a friend in high school who, at any given time, would just randomly start freestyling. Yeah. And at first we kind of just laughed. It was more like almost seemed like a joke, even though he was pretty good. And then it got to a point where I found myself trying to compete with him and keep up with him once he talked me and a few other friends into doing it. So that's when I sat down and actually started writing lyrics, so I'd be able to keep up with this guy. And then I met a few new friends whom I also went to school with who were actually serious and we're putting together mixtapes and actually doing shows and things of that nature. And once I started hanging around and spending time with them, I started to actually try to put together projects and to do shows and to do mixtapes myself. And the leader of that group of guys actually ended up signing kind of like a distribution deal. Okay. And started writing songs for like movie soundtracks and television shows. Shout out to Smooth Cat, by the way, that's his name. Okay. And once he started, getting pretty serious into that, I kind of just followed the lead. Yeah. And it got to a point where, I noticed I was getting a little bit better. People were actually starting to listen. Yeah. People were starting to actually ask me for music. So, I just took it a step further from that point.
I got you, man. You already hang around in a lot of cases, so that makes sense too. But anyway, so you'd say that like you were hanging around one friend in high school, he kind of became like the inspiration for it, and then there were other people that got you more serious.
Yes.
All right, just wanted to make sure that was kind of accurate. So how long have you been doing this for, man?
18 years.
18 years. All right, cool. And do you still like it as much as you did when you first started, or?
I actually like it more now. I like it more now because over the years we've conducted like a lot of business, and we got to the point where we started like helping independent artists get their music published, where we started helping the artists get their music placed on like movie soundtracks, television, and then it also got to a point where we were obviously getting our own music placed on television, movies, things of that nature. And just over the years, we pretty much always were our own management, so we had to learn the business on our own as opposed to just paying other people to deal with it, and just not taking it upon yourself to actually get knowledgeable in that area, because that's the hardest part of the music business in the industry is the actual business.
Hardest part is to like get your stuff out there and book. It takes a lot to write songs. It takes even more to get like everything booked, and that's a lot more aggravating, I can imagine. But so anyways, Doe Easy, like, did that name come from somewhere, or? Because I know
the gentleman that originally that I said like started me even into rapping used to call me John Doe, which obviously is a pretty generic and common name. At the time that I was going to use it because everybody was calling me it, Eminem actually had an artist, one of his first artists, who eventually went by John Doe. And like I said, it was to me and everybody, it seemed it was too basic. So a friend of mine whom I make music with, later down the line ended up saying, well, listen, to me you have a real easy, laid back flow.
So you wanted something that was kind of just sound like smooth sounding.
And they were like, he said, people are pretty, much, your name is synonymous as far as the dough part, so why don't you just make it Doe Easy?
Only reason I was kind of wondering is because you were saying like you were focused on like more lyrical content. I don't know if that like came from somewhere or not. So that's why.
That's pretty much how it came about. I was, typically everybody was calling me John Doe just as a nickname, and but like I said, it was too basic. It was too simple. Doe Easy had a little bit more of a ring to it, and once I actually started throwing it out there to people, they're like, wow, I like that.
I was gonna say, I'm glad you don't have somebody that's named Jane Doe on there or anything like that. That would have been the corniest thing. That was the most unsmooth way for me to ask a question, by the way. I just thought of something off the top of my head. I was like, I might as well run with it. Alright, but anyways, I know you do have to go at 9. I do want to try to get some of your music played while we are on air. So, is there anything that you would like us to play? Like any stuff of yours, anything of anyone else's?
Yes, I do have one song of mine in particular. That I would, like for you to play while I'm on the air. The song is entitled "Why You Stuntin'," and pretty much the song is about myself and a female who's actually in a relationship but complains and says that the relationship is, bad. She's unhappy. She wants to get out of it, but she's pretty much, procrastinating as far as dropping that situation and getting into a relationship with me. But I clearly see that she wants to be, with me.
Like, you see it, but you don't know why, like, it's not happening. Pretty much. Alright, that makes sense. So, you want to send it to Gino really quick, or
Yes.
I give you the address really right now and everything?
Okay.
Alright, so it's admin@hamiltonradio.net, and you just send it right through that way, and he should be able to hook it up and play it for you. I'm gonna say you just gotta send it really quick. Should take like 2 seconds. Should be alright. Pulling everything up now.
Yeah, because also too, it's available on Spotify, iTunes,
Nice, man.
Tidal.
It's Gonna say, do you have other stuff that's available on iTunes too?
Yes, I actually have 5 singles on all those platforms right now.
I was gonna say we could definitely talk about those once we get through this song.
Okay. And it's admin
at hamiltonradio.net. Just typing it up for you now, Gino.
All right, I'll wait.
Should be. Song coming soon to a radio station near you on hamiltonradio.net. Channel HR2. Oh man. I gotta tell you, going to school and doing this has been the most exhausting thing. I feel it literally every time I come in here, man.
I know you do. You look tired.
I was gonna say, do you know how many comments I've gotten about how I need sleep? I was gonna say, it's something I literally hear from somebody every day on a daily basis. Yeah. I only got 2 more weeks left. I'm getting through it, man.
Good.
So doing what I can right now, and then I'll manage after that.
When I did that computer thing down there at Cherry Hill, it was Cherry Hill Mall. It was a freaking nightmare for me. Leave one job, go there, and then come home. Because I don't drive.
Yeah.
Later on at night, I don't drive 6, 7 o'clock when the traffic is really bad on 295. So
Oh, I hate that.
I came home. I went to Hooters and a couple other places and just had fun after the show, and then after schooling, and then came home like 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night.
This is the kind of schedule that causes people to drink, man.
Yeah, I hear that.
All right.
I sent.
You did? Okay, I got it. Here we
Yeah,
go.
he's got it. It's all right if it's not.
Okay.
I was gonna say, you can curse. It's all right. Gino's not gonna make a big fucking deal about it. He'll be all right at the end of the day. Right, Gino? Shit, man. All right, you got it up? Are you having trouble getting it up, Gino? Is your old age coming back on you again?
Well, that's kind of a problem, but no, not really. I don't have that problem anymore.
Anymore?
Oh
man.
Here we go.
Yeah, I think we got him on this one, Traj. The boy Doeezy, back in the booth, at it again. Yeah, okay. Check my stat sheet, baby. You know I'm going in. I'm the real deal, lady. No time to pretend. If you don't believe me, go and ask a friend. Guarantee you won't need another dude after him. Give you the shakes at the rod, tap the trim, walk away. Beat my swag, extra tilt in the brim. Your man done fell off, relationships looking dim. You need a baller, baby. I play above the rim. Take me to the mall, tell me what you wanna spend. Later on, I show you how your body bends. If I don't get you with the pipe, I get you with the pen. Only keep a shorty on my arm, that's a 10. Be real with yourself, I send chills to your skin. Real talk, you can't keep your feelings within. You trying to trick your mind, saying I'm just a friend. Tomorrow your girl's gonna ask where you been. Why you stunning, girl? Don't even try that shit. You ain't feeling me, nah, don't buy that shit. Why you playing, girl? You wanna ride this dick? I know you like this dick. I know you like that shit. Why you stunning, girl? Don't even try that shit. You ain't feeling me, nah, don't buy that shit. Why you playing, girl? You wanna ride this dick? I know you like this dick. I know you like that shit. Come on, little mama, let's go to my place. Let's cut the chit chat, ain't no time to waste. Trying to hit you off and make your body shake. Should catching at the math like we had an earthquake. I need to slow down my pace. I can tell you ain't ready by the look on your face. Forget about past failures and mistakes. Judge how I do it while I plead my case. I'm hungry for your love, I just wanna taste. We can go slow, take your time, run your race. What good is your life if your man to disgrace? Some relieve that burden and remove the dead weight. Get with me, play girl, get your head straight. I only want one serving of you on my plate. You got me in the frenzy, I can't concentrate. I'm gonna have you home safe and sound around 8. Why you stunting, girl? Don't even try that shit. You ain't feeling me, nah, don't buy that shit. Why you playing, girl? You wanna ride this dick? I know you like this dick, I know you like that shit. Why you stunting, girl? Don't even try that shit. You ain't feeling me, nah, don't buy that shit. Why you playing, girl? You wanna ride this dick? I know you like this dick, I know you like that shit. Must we continue or are you ready for it? I dropped 2 verses and gave you a chorus. My love is unconditional, guess I gotta pour it. The world's gon' hear it, the engineer recorded. Getting you a ski, I really feel it's important. I know it's new territory, go ahead, explore it. Why keep a man that leaves you feeling dormant? My heart is enormous, stroke games of performance. I keep after you, my God, mad endurance. Let my love rain down on you in torrents. You want my swag, just admit, don't ignore it. The way I'm coming for you ought to be applauded. Persona is the bomb, spit game is flawless. Other dudes see me and they get nauseous. One night with me, best believe you're exhausted. I want you real talking, we ain't gotta be cautious. Why you stunning, girl? Don't even try that shit. You ain't feeling me, nah, don't buy that shit. Why you playing, girl? You wanna ride this dick? I know you like this dick, I know you like that shit. Why you stunning, girl? Don't even try that shit. You ain't feeling me, nah, don't buy that shit. Why you playing, girl? You wanna ride this dick? I know you like this dick, I know you like that shit.
Alright, and that was Why You Stuntin' by Doe Easy right here on HamiltonRadio.net, channel HR2. I've realized I've had, I think, 3 different types of musicians that have been on here in like the last 3 weeks. We had Ben Gorski on a few weeks ago. That's like soft rock. We had Justin and his band on, Uncle Skunk. That was like 90s rock. Now we got you with hip hop. That's crazy, man. I was thinking about it last week and now I'm thinking about it again. Alright, but anyway, you were going more in depth while the song was going on about, you know, some of the songs you've had like on iTunes, some of what you've done is like Doe Easy, some of like what you've done in like the promotion and management and business side of it. So why don't you just go ahead really quick before we play one more song and tell everybody like some stuff that, you know, you've done like behind the scenes with it too.
Well, I mean, I'll focus more, as opposed to, you know, the past. I'll focus more on what's going on now.
Yeah.
And now I have 5 different singles on Spotify, Tidal, you know, iTunes, Google Play. I have the Why You Stuntin', you know, what you just heard, Why You Stuntin' remix. I have a song out titled Pull Your Pants Up.
Okay.
I have another song out. I'm sorry.
Say
it. Yeah. I have another song out called F What Y'all Doing.
Fuck what y'all doing. All right, you got
it. But it's actually titled F What Y'all Doing. You know, I didn't just bleep it out for radio purposes.
Fair enough. That's fair. That's fair. Some stations you can't get away with.
And I actually have a single called I Lost You, Lord, which I actually talk about my battles with wanting to be a good Christian and doing what I think is right versus falling to temptation and, you know, getting into the things that I typically get into. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people, you know, go through or go with in their life. I'm actually now for the first time really focusing on promoting and marketing and doing business management, you know, for myself. Yeah. I am in the process of helping some other artists, I guess you could say like artist development, you know, type of thing. And then I just newly got into the clothing and accessories for Doe Easy Entertainment. I have t-shirts, I have hoodies, snapback hats, Even have little coffee mugs. You know,
Nice, man.
that you can order on followthewave.com, on dizzyjam.com, DIZZY jam.
I thought he said Disney Jam for a second. I was like, you're the first rapper I ever heard of that's on Disney. Oh, man.
And with this wave I have, you know, going on now, I eventually want to get a little more into the ghostwriting.
Okay.
That's I think I guess going to be like my next big move once I really, you know, get my name out there and you know, let people hear, you know, what I'm doing and see what I'm doing.
Is there anything else you have planned, like on top of ghostwriting? Any like thoughts of like what you've had, like what you want to go on other than that?
Probably the artist management and development.
Okay.
I feel like I have a lot of, you know, knowledge that I could offer to up and coming artists.
Yeah.
Seen a lot, you know, been through a lot, had ups, had downs. So,
yeah.
And that's a lot of things that people kind of don't take into consideration when they get into, you know, this type of business.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true. But anyways, what was that last song that you had that was like about like falling like into temptation?
It's called "I Lost You, Lord."
I Lost You, Lord. All right, I do want to definitely hear that song, so
Okay.
I would like you to send it to Gino right now. We're gonna
All
hear
right.
this in a little bit. I Lost You, Lord, here on HamiltonRadio.net, channel HR2. Reason why I want to play it though is because I like it when, you know, people make songs that like have meaning or like have like a reason like behind why it was made. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because, and I just thought of this right now, I could actually relate this to some of the stand-ups I've done at Take 5. I'll take them from like random like nights that, you know, I've maybe gotten a little too drunk, or maybe, you know, something just funny that happened. Before they actually like closed it down over at Take 5 in the Fox Sports Shopping Center, I was gonna do a stand-up on Cards Against Humanity. I had it like all planned out and everything, where I was gonna like set the cards up too, but unfortunately it didn't happen that way. Anyway, shout out to Kurt Zimmerman. Thank you for putting that together. Hopefully we could put something else together like that, because that was a lot of fun. You know, my dad was suggesting a place for him over in Lawrence Shopping Center. There's a bakery there that just opened. He was like suggesting it in the car. I asked him what the name of it was. He didn't know though. So I'd have to look it up and then get back to Kurt, obviously. But I'll worry about that when I get to it.
Admin at HamiltonRadio.net.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's
Alright, he's just waiting for it really quick. So it'll take him a few seconds and then we can get to playing this. Drum roll, please. That's how you do a drum roll, Gino. I used to have drum rolls for my guest every week, but he'd fuck it up every time. This is what it would sound like from him. You know what you're like? You have you ever watched Saturday Night Live? Yeah. I was gonna say, do you remember like the segment with the grown like baby who was like flailing around like this? That's you trying to do a drum roll, Gino. That's what you look like. You've seen Saturday Night Live, right?
Yeah.
Alright, good.
Absolutely.
I'm glad he knows what I'm talking about. That makes me happy right now. It's not allowing you to open it. It's a text document.
No.
What the heck?
Alright. Oh, okay.
So he's checking it out right now. We'll figure this out.
Sorry about that.
It's all good, man. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, nah. Never a dull moment at Hamilton Radio, right, Gino?
Actually, you're right. Never a dull moment.
You're gonna say I know I'm right.
It's funny. A lot of stuff goes on here.
You know, I know he doesn't have a show anymore here, but it's like Ray Burrito used to say, some of this shit's like a monkey fucking a football.
Actually, we're looking to go over to Foxmore. I'm waiting for the guy to call me back. I haven't got any prices yet, but I think that would be great if we go to Foxmoor. That would be so much better for us rather than this new place over here. Even though it's new, it's
You
just
get more exposure over there.
well, yeah. And then we're by the dance club, and then there's all Friendly's is right there. I can walk down the street and get something to eat.
Exactly. You could set something up instead of putting a piece of paper on the door saying this is Hamilton Radio.
Oh, working on it.
I was gonna say because Take 5 had the setup. There's no reason why you guys shouldn't be able to.
Well, my idea is try to be a Take 5. On Friday nights we'll do the music. We'll do the comedy for an hour.
Want Hamilton Radio to do it?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, I thought
if we're right there, we can do it right there. We can have a little place in the front.
I was gonna say I thought your idea was like.
My wife will hate it, but I'll love it.
No. Well, yeah, that's true.
Friday nights.
That's true, but no. What I thought you were saying was I thought like the idea was to like set Hamilton Radio up over there.
That's kind of what we're talking about.
Okay. Because now you're making it sound like you just want comedy.
No, we want everything. The guy we just had on, the the DJ Danny's show, was Billy Mira. And he was on the Howard Stern show. He does comedy and he does music, and he's freaking awesome. He does voices and everything.
Gonna say if you're doing
and he knows all the and he knows all the people that we're friends with, Craig Lloydrin and Joseph Anthony, all these comics that were on his station before.
Oh yeah.
So. Yeah, it's cool. Really cool.
This station has had more comics than I could ever even want to.
We've got 10 papers back here that's loaded with names. I just
probably a lot of them. Probably at least half of them are comics, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you send it? All right, we'll try this again.
Yeah, one more time.
Let's see. Gotta be an MP3. Keep saying MP3. Let's see.
All right, is it an MP3? Come on,
I was actually sent 2 more times. Maybe you should try the last file. I know that one said it was MP3.
No, that one's not either.
None of them are?
The last one? All 3 of them?
The 2 of them are. I'm waiting for the 3rd one to come through.
All right, that one should be MP3, like you said. I'm gonna say we'll find a way to get something played.
If you got it on your phone, you can use that microphone next to you if you want to.
Okay.
If that makes it easy.
I was gonna say we can try that if we need to. Gonna say so. Are you trying one more time?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just hoping when I'm playing it on my phone, if I don't want a call to come through or something.
Hey man, if it happens, we could treat it like they kind of got like a preview of it, and then go check out the rest somewhere.
There you go.
Yeah.
We can pretend like we're not live on the air right now. We're just like setting that up for you.
Yeah, I hear you.
Gonna say I'm gonna just pretend like I planned it. Just roll with it.
Should I just go ahead and play it on my phone?
Is it not working?
Every one you sent me so far is not MP3. It says so. All
right, yeah, play it on your phone. Right. Let's go. Yeah.
Somewhere I lost you, Lord. Help me find my way. Change is needed now. How about we try today? I know it's been a while since I looked your way. Let's face it right now. Don't take my soul away. I'm drinking every day. Damn, I'm even smoking. The boy is wildin' out. The devil got me open. Pastor on my back, asking where I'm at. Work driving me crazy. Dog, I can't relax. I really need to focus. Get my life together. My friends see it all. My attitude's whatever. But I know they right. What's wrong with me? Wrote consistently. Ain't writing songs quickly. Need to find my faith and be a good Christian. Remove myself from that, and I'm a good distance. I want my swagger back. Gotta cleanse my soul. Let the will go. Gotta gain control. How did I get here? Man, I don't know. What I do know, this here ain't dope. I will find myself with the proper channels. Tasks tight, heavy, but not a lot to handle. Somewhere need it now. How about we try today? I know it's been a while since I looked your way. Let's fix it right now. Don't take my soul away. Pick up that bottle. Pick up that weed. Your life's a mess. This is what you need. Don't get no sleep. Stay up all night. Fuck every chick. You gon' be alright. Forget priorities, nigga. Have a lot of fun. The devil's soul cleansing already begun. And I listen to it. Easily influenced. If my head ain't right, there's no getting through it. Please step in fast, mediate the situation. If my time expired, I want a new application. Believe me, God, done some self-evaluations. I'll be waiting eternity, return from damnation. Your guidance is a must. Your love is the key. I might be out of place. I know where I should be. This is the last time your mercy gets ignored. Damn eternal flames. I want heaven's doors. I need my wings, Lord. Soul up in the sky. I'm a good guy. So much swag, so fly. This is no lie. I promise only truth. Please let me back in. All I need is you. Somewhere I lost you, Lord. Help me find my way. Change is needed now. How about we try today? I know it's been a while since I looked your way. Let's fix it right now. Don't take my soul away. Do we have a deal? I'm being for real. Answer that question, and I will chill. I face the bar up, drop the devil down. What's on the wrong path? Let's get it turned around. Yeah, how that sound? I really mean it. If I lied in these verses, you know you seen it. I'm true to me. What else do I need? My Bible to read, to know you'll bleed for me. From now on, I stay true indeed. I took advantage of my lifestyle, you made to be. Your power is mighty, your will be done. Never ever again will I try to run. Somewhere I lost you, Lord. Help me find my way. Change is needed now. How about we try today? I know it's been a while since I looked your way. Let's fix it right now. Don't take my soul away.
Yeah, no, I appreciated that. That was smooth. And you know what I liked about it? That kind of just like had one side where it's like you're falling in temptation, you need to distance yourself, and then the other side was like, this is exactly what you need. So you know what? I could appreciate that setup. Alright, but why don't you let everybody know where they could find you one time, where they could find all your stuff, and get on out of here.
Okay. Well, for those of you that use Facebook, you can of course find me under my regular page, which is Jonathan Davis. There's more than one Jonathan Davis on there, but
yeah,
it has Doe Easy in parentheses, so you'll know it's me. Or my music artist page is Doe Easy Loves Music. On Instagram, you can find me at Doe Easy, DOEEASY, all one word, lowercase letters.
We'll make it work.
On Twitter, you can find me at Doe Easy, a capital D and capital E. And once again, you know, my singles are available on Spotify, on Tidal, on iTunes, on Google Play, and Amuse.
Gotcha. Alright, anyways, coming up next, we got Funny Talk with Mon, Jelly, and Max, or as I like to call it, the show for the technologically retarded, since it takes them a half hour to set up every goddamn time they're here. But I realized I'm not the only one who's looking at this new setup like it's Mandarin and Chinese, Gino. I noticed that from him, too. Oh, shit. Alright, but anyways, this has been Jonathan Davis, a.k.a. Doe Easy, here on HamiltonRadio.net, channel HR2. Thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate it.
Alright.
Thank you, Gino.
We'll be back same time, same channel, same place here on HamiltonRadio.net, channel HR2 next week. Deuces.